Coming up next on Inside Education, it was a big deal in the Big Apple for one Theodore High School student as her photo was displayed for the world to see. More on that in a moment. Also, the best of the best among the school district's JROTC program is selected to lead and rally the troops. Find out who they are in a moment. But first, there are some new stricter measures in schools to help maintain the safety and security of your child. We'll tell you what those are and how they could affect you. It's all coming your way here on Inside Education. Hi, and welcome to Inside Education, the show that takes you inside the classroom to show you what's happening in Mobile County Public Schools. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Helena Tyler. The number one priority in Mobile County Public Schools is the safety and welfare of your child. To help ensure they stay safe, the school district has added another layer of security for those visiting a school's campus. One of the tools the school district has implemented is the Raptor Visitor Management System. Our Kimberly Dunn joins us now from Eichsfeld Mertz Magnet School to see how this new measure security works.
Well, as you mentioned, Helena, it's called the Raptor Visitor Management System. This Raptor monitoring program is an electronic check-in system that allows school administrators to know not only who is visiting their campuses, but to ensure that those visitors aren't a danger to students or school staff.
Okay, I'm gonna take your ID.
Visitors to Eichsfeld Mertz and other public school campuses throughout Mobile County can expect a slight delay on their first visit. It's because of the implementation of a new, high-tech, state-of-the-art visitor screening system called Raptor.
And then you're going to scan the back of your driver's license. It has a barcode.
What it does is it allows us to know who we have on our campus. So when a visitor comes to our campus, we scan their driver's license in. And the only thing that we're pulling from that driver's license is their name, their date of birth, and just the last 4 digits of the driver's license number for a reference. And what we do is we check that name and date of birth against the sexual offenders databases. And it checks at both the local and the national databases. And that just lets us know, that what we have on our campus and making sure that our students are safe.
Come on in.
Thank you. The system also asks visitors to give the reason for their visit and prints an ID badge for them to wear while on campus. Parents say the slight inconvenience of producing a driver's license is well worth the peace of mind in knowing that no unauthorized people are on their students' campuses.
It feels good knowing that they're checking people before anybody just walks in here, that when people are walking around they know why you're here, who you are. I like that.
I feel good about it because that lets me know that the same care and concern that I have for my children, that the school system is having that same, love and affection for them. It doesn't cause me any problems.
Administrators like Eichsfeld Mertz principal Michelle Adams say the Raptor system also cuts down on the paperwork, taking the place of the sign-in and check-out logs typically kept in binders at the front desk. Not only is this system able to screen, but it also serves as a way of keeping track of volunteer hours, student tardies, and early dismissals from school.
The word is safe, and that's the entire goal. Not only is the Raptor system used for adults, but it can also be used for students. Our student badges are used to check them in as well as check them out. Now, I still require an adult signature because it's utilizing technology, and that hard copy is always good. However, the children can check in and they can check out using their badges. And it's all logged in and tied into iNow. And what more could you ask for?
Now, with all of these benefits of the Raptor system, the administrators here at Eichsfeld Mertz told me that the most important thing is the safety it brings to their campuses. A bit of important information for those who are visiting a school campus for the first time is that you must bring along your state-issued or government-issued ID or your passport to be allowed to register into the Raptor system. Helena?
Well, this is truly an interesting story and something we will definitely keep an eye out on. Thank you, Kim. Well, if you have several students and different locations in the public schools, then you need to register with one Raptor system only once. Certainly, the Raptor Visitor Management System is being used in more than 15,000 schools across the nation. Well, Dawes Elementary School recently hosted a special guest as the Alabama State Department of Education Superintendent Eric Mackey stopped by to visit the school. It was Mackey's first official visit to a Mobile County public school. The reason for his stopover was to present and recognize Mrs. Chastity Collier with a Special Citation of Science Award, which is given annually to 2 teachers within the state. While at Dawes, he also took the opportunity to tour the school and speak with teachers and students.
I try to get out on the road at least once every couple of weeks. This is my first time to visit schools, though, in Mobile County, and I would say Mobile is definitely leading the way, doing a lot of creative things, certainly at this school, but all across the county. There are a lot of great things going on, looking at the academy model at the high schools and everything that the elementary and intermediate and middle schools do to prepare people for those academies. It really is quite a strong system.
Mrs. Chastity Collier is the 2017-18 Alabama State Teacher of the Year. Also, she's the recipient of the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science. Well, before the students returned, over 6,000 teachers, administrators, and employees filled the University of South Alabama's Mitchell Center for the 2018 Teacher Institute. Put your hands together! The event was a pep rally of sorts for the upcoming school year, with a spirit competition, performances by 3 marching bands, a show choir from Bryant High School, and the Dawes Intermediate Dance Team, and a rousing address from Dr. Terrell Strayhorn, a college professor and education consultant. Superintendent Threadgill called on all in attendance to stand up for MCPSS and urged them to give 110% effort every day for the students of Mobile County. The Teacher Institute was the first held by the school district since 2001. Mobile County Public Schools has outdone itself again when it comes to advanced placement scholars. 255 students in the public schools were recognized as AP Scholars during the 2017-18 school year, the most ever. The College Board's AP program allows students to take rigorous college-level courses and earn college credit if they earn a score of 3 or higher on an AP exam, which are graded on a 1 to 5 scale. In all, more than 1,600 students took a total of more than 2,700 AP exams during the school year. Last year, 225 MCPSS students earned an AP Scholar recognition, which was then a record for the school district. Well, speaking of setting records, one local high school is hoping to get into the books by being the first in our area to build and fly an airplane. We'll have more on that story right after the break. Stay with us. You're watching Inside Education.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
I'm Tracy Train, and I'm in the Healthcare and Dental Academy at Theodore High School. In the Dental Academy, I'm working alongside dental professionals getting hands-on training from those already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job makes me want to work even harder because now I know what I want to be.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit mcpss.com.
I started off at Orchard Elementary School, and after that I went to the magnet program. So I started at Phillips Prep, and then from there I went to LaFleur from my high school years. There's so many different activities that we could do so that you could be a well-rounded student. So you had the fine arts, you also had the academics. It really afforded me that opportunity to be ready for college. I knew I wanted to do something chemistry related, so it was no question about it once I got to college.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Education. Thank you for being with us today. Well, students at BC Rain High School are reaching for the sky and learning the skills that will help get them there. Students in the school's Signature Academy of Aviation and Aerospace have begun a project to build an airplane from scratch with help from business partners Airbus ST Aerospace and Carlisle IT. Well, the students are learning the skills and technology needed to build the 2-seat Vans V-12 plane within the next few months. They plan to have it ready to fly out of of nearby Mobile Aeroplex at Brickley Field. Our Katie Rana is at the school where she's been keeping a watchful eye on this product. Katie, how's the project going so far?
Well, Helena, so far this project seems to be all systems go. But speaking with the students, the teachers, and the staff here at BC Rain, they are all excited to be taking on a project of this size. Of course, it's a project that could not happen without the support of our community.
So you look ahead, because that's where you're going to get your ideas, your tools, your mindset.
Toby Cummings is a human resource specialist with Airbus, an aircraft manufacturing facility located in the Brickley Field complex. But today, he is teaching these BC Rain high school students the basics on how to construct an airplane.
The idea is to interest students, interest kids to follow engineering, to follow aerospace, because Mobile, it has Airbus now. We're here to stay, we're here to grow, and being able to provide jobs where these students will be able to stay in town, stay where they want to stay, get an education and grow. This is one of those avenues that we're going to get those kids' interest into engineering to stay.
The Aviation and Aerospace Academy gives BC Rain students hands-on training and experience in aircraft maintenance and engineering, providing a head start towards engineering studies in college or jobs at a local aerospace company.
You get to actually work on airplanes hands-on, like you actually in, like it's a job. Basically, we clock in and clock out, and it's like a job at school.
And put those pieces on.
The aerospace professionals who are helping guide BC Rain students have been impressed with how quickly the students are grasping the concepts and skills necessary to complete the project.
We're really trying to give them like a crash course into our world, and yeah, so far it's amazing to me that they're picking up as fast as they are.
The Aviation and Aerospace Academy is one of 12 signature academies in the Mobile County Public Schools. The academies focus on specific career fields and partner with local businesses to give students unique insight and skills they'll need to build a future career. As you know, Helena, I mentioned earlier about the scope of this project. The students are starting this project with just an instruction manual and thousands of parts. That is because the entire plane was delivered in several crates here to the school. Now, this project should only take a couple of months to complete, and we'll be following along with their progress. Helena?
Thank you, Katie, for that uplifting report. Well, 5 JROTC cadets have been promoted into countywide leadership positions as Mobile County Public Schools announced its brigade command for the 2018-19 school year. William Scull of Baker High School was chosen as brigade commander. Jacayla Lewis of Murphy High School is brigade command sergeant major, and 3 cadets were selected as honorary deputy brigade commanders. Charles Carty of Bryant High, Nathan McGregor of Viger High, and Melanie Yell of Mary Montgomery High. 2 candidates from each of the district's 12 high schools competed for this position.
We have a staff that consists of myself and 3 other individuals who give guidance to our programs across the district. We have many district-sponsored events. These cadets, when we do these types of events, for example, drill and ceremonies competitions, color guard competitions, Scholars Bowl meets, orienteering competitions, physical fitness meets, Raider team competitions, all these require on the ground that someone lead it and execute it and give guidance. That's what they get charged to do. It's a pretty daunting task for a young 17 or 18-year-old student in high school.
It feels really good. Like, this is something I've wanted for a long time, and now I'm here, you know. I'm ready to work, you know. Like, I got it, now I'm ready to work for it, show that, you know, I'm worthy.
These 5 cadets will lead a total of 1,800 JROTC students throughout the county. Well, the faculty, staff, and students of Burroughs Elementary took a moment to celebrate their dads during National Dads Take Your Child to School Day. The school asked for fathers and father figures to either walk or drive their child to school for the day. It's hope of encouraging dads to get more involved in their child's education. 4 of the participating fathers to school treated them to breakfast and passed out information on assisting their child at school. Now, many of the fathers who participated say they were glad to be part of this event.
You know, kids coming up nowadays, it's just important to have a good role model in their lives and somebody to look up to. And, you know, I got 3 boys, and it's just important to be there for these little things like that, you know, things they remember, you know, growing up. Just got to be there for them.
It's so important for dads to get involved with their students, whether it's boys or girls. The father plays a very important role in the family, and to be here and to be a support to these students is an awesome experience.
National Dad's Take Your Child to School Day was started in Chicago back in 1996 by the Black Star Project and is a yearly event in Mobile County Public Schools. Well, students at Alma Bryant High School now have a new state-of-the-art welding lab to assist them in career readiness. Huntington Ingalls Shipbuilding has partnered with Bryant to construct a talent development lab to assist and instruct students on welding. With the partnership, Ingalls will provide mentors to aid the student as well as upgrade to the school's welding facility.
Well, I think this is actually one of the bigger outreaches communities have had with the industry. And so industry community partnership to actually help develop the workforce, it makes great business sense. It actually even makes more community sense to give the young men and women different life choices in terms of technical skills. They can work at Ingalls certainly, but they can also carry that anywhere they want, all walks of life, to really help themselves and their families.
Well, it's actually given us a lot of opportunities for students. They already, Ingalls had come in and they included us in their Maritime Academy on their site. And I think they saw how this could work by going to other schools and working with the schools to expand our programs. So their partnership has already been tremendous, but to come in and to make the investment that they have and the opportunities that can come to our students once they graduate from school is a tremendous day.
Ingalls contributed hundreds of thousands of dollars to create Bryant's new lab, which features 21 welding stations, safety equipment, and training modules. Currently, there are 86 students enrolled in the program at Bryant. Ingalls also has similar programs at Moss Point High School and Pascagoula High School. Well, one lucky Theodore High School student recently had her big debut in the Big Apple. Jacayla Penn is one of 500 young people with Down syndrome around the country who were selected to have their picture displayed on an electronic billboard in New York's Times Square. The Theodore High School cheerleader wore her red prom dress in her photo that was showcased on one of the largest jumbotrons in the world.
It's just amazing, you know, because she do so many different things, and I mean, it just is, I don't know, it's just overwhelming, really.
I think there is no one more deserving to be on a billboard in Times Square than Jacayla. I know that she is so excited and it's so well deserved, and I know that everyone that sees her on that billboard is going to see her excitement and energy through just that photo.
In addition to bringing her enthusiasm and spirit to the cheerleading squad, Jacayla is involved in drama, dance, and the Mobile Police Explorers, and also serves as an usher at her church. The ad display comes in conjunction with the National Down Syndrome Society's 24th annual New York City Buddy Walk. It's also helping to kick off the start of Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Well, the teachers and students at Murphy High School have been busy for the past few months, converting an old dance studio into a new community black box theater. For years, the performing arts students were only limited to holding events in the school's much larger auditorium. Inside Education photojournalist Eric Lowe caught up with the group as they prepped and painted the room for their opening day.
We call this the dance barn for obvious reasons. I mean, this was just the dance studio that Miss Miller and her dancers used for rehearsal. We performed in the auditorium all the time. We don't have another performance space as of right now. So yeah, so we're turning it into a black box theater, which for people who don't know is like exactly what it sounds like, a giant black room, and it's usually used for like theater with little to no set and costumes. To focus more on the actors and the acting, but it can also be used for dance or chorus or anything like that.
This is going to mean a lot. Like for our alumni, we get to come back and do shows in this room. It's going to be a black box. It's going to be very great, and also like it gives our four arts another room to rehearse in and have shows in, and like they can just build off of this room right here, and it's just more to come. Maybe we can get another room here at Murphy High School as an alumni to do more shows in.
It's going to be very special to me to have this performance, not only have this performance space, but to have helped created this performance space. And I think it's going to open opportunities for collaborations between the four arts. I think it's reassuring to know that our art programs are growing and not shrinking, because art is underfunded so often in public schools. So to be able to say, well, I helped create new performance spaces, I helped to invest in things that are going to last way longer than my time at Murphy, it feels good.
With the much smaller location, the Performing Arts Group is planning more performances for smaller crowds. When we return after the break, there were plenty of awards and recognitions at a few schools. We'll tell you who received them and why. Stay with us.
As Alabama's first and largest school system, Mobile County Public Schools prides itself
on the high quality of education we provide our students.
We have been successful over the years in raising our graduation rates
and have been recognized nationally for closing achievement gaps.
We believe that our primary focus is to educate all students to become productive citizens.
This is our commitment to them and to you.
Welcome back. Students in kindergarten through second grade at Fondy Elementary School have a new learning tool at their disposal. This year, with the help of the Mobile Area Education Foundation, Fondy opened a new Maker's Space Lab focused on interactive activities that support science, technology, engineering, and mathematics lessons.
Our Makerspace Lab is a STEM lab for our kindergarten through second grade students. They incorporate science, technology, math, engineering, all kinds of standards from their regular curriculum into the Makerspace Lab. So today we are opening it with a color and light makerspace, and the students have 5 different stations that they go to, and each one has a different standard that it covers, and they're all interactive activities that are related to STEM.
Well, I hope that they understand, we try to tie everything into future careers, and that's what it's all about, is preparing our kids to have jobs, in the future. And these STEM careers, they're big, and our kids, they just need exposure to it. And I'm hoping just by having stuff like this, it piques their interest into a career field in the STEM education.
Among the stations in the Color and Light Lab were prisms, color bending, shadow puppets, and Ozobots, which provide an introduction to robotics and coding. The theme of the stations will change week to week. Well, the state of Alabama's bicentennial celebration may be about a year away, but 200 schools from throughout the state are stepping forward to celebrate the event. The Alabama Bicentennial Committee announced the 200 Alabama Bicentennial Schools, with 14 of them being Mobile County Public Schools. Those schools are Anna Booth, Kelsa-Dever, Dodge Linecoff, and McDavid Jones Elementary Schools, as well as Old Shell Road, Clark Shaw, Dunbar, and Phillips Magnet Schools. Also included on the list is Alba, Callaway Smith, and Causey Middle Schools, along with Davidson and Murphy High Schools. Each school received a $2,000 grant to support a year-long project designed to strengthen connections between their school and the community. Well, the faculty, staff, and students of Rosa Lott Middle School has a lot to celebrate. The Citronelle Middle School has recently been named a 2017-18 Imagination Beacon School. Imagine Learning is a digital learning program that's used by the school to assist with math. The The school has been using the program for the past 3 years, and within that time has continually seen an increase. For their efforts, the school received a personalized banner recognizing them as an Imagination Beacon School for achieving this honor. And I Showed Merge School of Math, Science, and Technology has yet another reason to celebrate. The school is one of 50 schools across the state selected by the Alabama State Department of Education to receive $20,000. The State Department of Education is giving $1 million to be divided equally among the 50 schools as a means of recognizing them for showing the most improvement in last year's third grade reading results.
We go home daily thinking about what are we going to do to make the next day even better than the prior day. So it's very rewarding to receive this, and just to know that our hard work doesn't go unnoticed and it pays off in the end.
The award is based upon the results of last year's Scantron Performance Series reading assessment. Schools from each of the 8 Alabama Board of Education districts were recognized. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Abby Dinkins. My children go to E.R. Dixon Elementary School. The education that my kids are getting, it's tremendous. There's one time that I thought about homeschooling my kids because I wasn't sure, we're new here. And when I enroll my children at the public school, and I'm just blown away because the teachers are nice, the curriculum itself is different. I believe in Mobile County Public School education for preparing my children for life.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
Hello, I'm Jordan Clark, and I'm in the Health Service Academy at John L. LaFleur Magnet High School. My future career is to be an obstetrician gynecologist. With this academy, I'm learning firsthand from people already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job really makes me want to study hard and work harder towards my career goals.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. Visit mcpss.com.
Welcome back to Inside Education. High school students got their chance to do some future planning at the annual MCPSS College and Career Day. The 2-day event allowed college recruiters the opportunity to answer questions about everything from enrollment to campus life and financial assistance that's available to students for college. For those students who decided not to follow the college route, business recruiters were also on hand to discuss future employment options. This was the 32nd year for the event as it draws interest from around the Southeast. Well, thousands of Mobile County Public School 8th graders converged upon the Mobile Civic Center for the Worlds of Opportunity Career Expo. The Career Expo is a project of the Southwest Alabama Workforce Development Council and is a hands-on career expo for 8th grade students across Southwest Alabama. The purpose of the event is to expose 8th grade students to careers available locally and to demonstrate what each career involves through an interactive, engaging series of hands-on activities. The 2-day event also allowed them the opportunity to learn firsthand about a particular career from those in that industry. Well, that's all the time we have for now for this episode of Inside Education. We'd like to thank you for joining us today as we looked inside the classroom of Mobile County Public Schools. For these and other stories, please visit mcpss.com or follow us on the Mobile County Public Schools Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page. Have a great day, and remember, a well-educated mind can change the world.